I'm creating an object called active link.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here, what I need to do, I have to find out the form. This is the form it has to trigger. Ideally, it has to trigger for public. So these are all the permissions.
Mm-hmm.
But now it will trigger for everyone. So it has to, this active link has to fire on a button, which is process page. If I click on this button, this workflow will fire. Okay. That's where this workflow will fire on a specific form. This workflow will fire on a specific action, which is on process. When you click on this process page, okay, then what action should it take place is you have to, these are a list of actions that you can do. You can simply say open windows. It means it opens up other form. Okay. Form name is which form that you want to open. So for example, your whatever the form you created,
Mm-hmm.
this is you have created, right?
Yeah.
You want to open this form, right?
Yeah.
You want to open this form and default administrator view. Okay. Alright. That's okay. So this is a workflow I created. So what? So log in again.
Do you always have to flash the cache before you reload it?
Yeah, whenever you perform operation related to the client operations, then you need to flush the cache. Okay, so that the server current cache will clean up, then it will reload with your current changes. Right. So links, this is the home page, and then when I so this workflow is not firing. I need to see why it's not firing. This is enabled on process page is perfect. enter.
How are you going to deal with the task? Because that's giving them an right? So you're going to break down that market cost right for that day. Right? Thank you very much.
So this.
Grab some water. Do you want water? What you needed?
Right now I'm having a meeting for my internship.
Oh,
Okay.
so when is that?
No, I just want to see. Some of your test cases and stuff.
Yeah, I finished the PO part and PS part.
It works?
All success.
Yeah. CFFS.
I'm working on that right now.
Right now,
but
okay.
Yeah, but
You know what? Debug it. You know when you debug it, right? Let's say you do CFFS and then you get a return value. Check in the debug that it's not giving the error list, right? It actually returns you the. Remember how it will return you the CFFS, right? Right. I can show you right now.
this one?
See, for example, if you see the search results, right? Run the program, run the catalog, and I will show you something.
Run the catalog.
Yeah, run the test cases. Run yes, for example. Are you running in debug mode? Run in debug.
No,
Otherwise,
I
do it in debug mode. Oh, I don't know if the guy gave you the high performance VDA. I don't know if the guy gave you. Gosh.
Okay. He's laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing. He's enemy of progress. Damn it. My I'm gonna do how do you call it? You do the nails. It ruined my pedicure and manicure.
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna show Saeed. You like it? Yeah, so lame. Everything is lame. Everything is lame, but it's okay. But it's okay, right? Right? It's okay, Ariel.
Yeah.
It's just Saeed. He's nobody. Run test. It doesn't give the breakpoint. Everything is still definition, right? I don't get the breakpoint. Test PO. Give me a moment. Yeah, there you go. So Ariel. So once you do run test, you set a breakpoint on it, right? You do set breakpoint, and then you go back again, and then you run. Let's say you run PO, right? Say do test. Why does it? It jumps straight into the run test. Open. Yeah. So you step into, you do run test again. You step into. Sure. Oh, see, you forgot to set this one test.
Okay.
And you don't include the, this is a script, you don't include the PO Dexon in it. This is JavaScript, right? So you don't need the XML files. You don't need this one.
Okay.
You don't, it's just a script, you don't need those ones. So now you have to, you don't need the one that says, this one is for the browser. You don't need, you don't need the, you need this one, right? And then this is, oh, this is, these are strings, eh? See, all this stuff are strings. Because the code table, I think, is stored them as strings. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Like you said, to any. This is a variable. It's a string, so it has to be in quotes.
It's a string,
It's a
right?
string,
It's
yeah,
a string.
string.
Okay.
It's not like a variable or anything, right? So this is a string. So this is how you do the strings, and then now you can test it. If it passes, it's okay. But now you know what I'm saying? You don't need the XML stuff. You
Yeah,
take
I
those
know,
away,
yeah.
and then you make this one strings, and then you test it and see. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you are able to, like, just fix the errors, you know, everything that is red, you fix it for now. You bring it back, and then I will show you how to check the values. Just finish what you're doing.
Sorry about that.
Oh, so the form is a search form every time, right?
So this is your, yeah, I mean, that's what I made during the workflow, right? So maybe
Okay.
you can put it into a different mode as a new mode, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
different, depending on
Okay.
what you want,
All
right?
right. Okay.
So if you click over here, then this is your form. So you can configure the data here. So request ID is always a unique ID. Its system it creates.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want the user one and
Yeah, for
group.
okay, group.
Okay, short description. That's yeah. Just I'm giving for now urgency reasons on XYZ. So this is in search mode. I will leave new request is the one which you can submit it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
search group. And you can do something. Let's save it. Then I do a new search. Search again. Okay, so unqualified searches means you cannot do blank ones, blank searches. You have to qualify by with one condition. Then whatever I configured, you can
Mm-hmm.
see this is a configuration entry. So this is a request that's record is stored, right? If you want to store multiple records, you can enter and you can configure this way. After
Okay.
here, like if this is a configuration form, in this form you will have the maybe you can configure all the tasks in one configuration form. In the other configuration form, you can configure based on your workflow, from which for X workflow, from this task to this task, the current task is X, maybe
Mm-hmm.
10, the destination or the next task will be 20. Maybe this is for process one or workflow one. If it is a different workflow, 2, 3, in other workflow scenario, the current task is 10, but the next task could be 20 or 30, right? So you can configure that manner. So ultimately, if the request is submitted based on the current task, you will direct it. If the request process the workflow is one, or the process is one, or process is two, based on the kind of process, you can, based on the configuration, you can go to the next phase, right?
Okay. So, we the group creation is done in the, for example, this is like this. The group is where we say the group, right? Like let's say service owner is gonna go under the group.
Open your workflow now. So open your workflow sheet. Okay,
All
and
right.
stop sharing it now. So probably in the same way you can build it for yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
You make that as a home page and all your forms, everything, just link it from this home page. Okay.
Okay. So, okay. So that's group. Mm, so yeah, yeah. For I have this problem that when I log into the BCM, I don't see what you guys see. Can I share my screen, for example, for you guys? All right. I have this. Yeah, when I log into my BMC the server, this is what I have. I don't have anything else. Hello?
I cannot see your screen.
Screen. Oh, okay. Um. Yeah. When I log in, this is what I see. With my Signum and stuff, I don't see the page you see. It logged me in as a guest, not as an administrator. Is there a reason why? Or
Okay, so okay, 1 minute. Let me give you this form. whatever form which I created, let me delete access. So this form which I created. So remaining other scenario, other modules, permissions or licenses are required. Anyways, at least for this form, it should be visible for you. I gave the required permissions.
Okay. No, my problem is every time log in, it log in as a guest. Is that
No, then your login credentials are wrong. So if
yeah,
you're
cause
logging in as a guest, then it's wrong.
yeah, cause I used the initial one, right? You know how you log in and then you have the signum. You have the welcome as login. That's what I use every time, but I don't know. It always redirects me to the guest page.
So what's your login?
Can you see my screen?
Just
Uh,
the application. Just a minute.
if you can see my screen, I can show you what I get.
Mm-hmm.
So when I log in with my stuff,
So use all your capitals. So I think signums are stored with the capitals, right? Your account is created with the like this.
no, this is the default one I'm using. The one it was sending the email.
You don't have. Okay. Yeah.
Let's
Now.
say
Mhm.
it always connect. So your login field but connected as a guest user.
What is the login password that you are entering? So
Is the
can
welcome
you,
1231. Is the initial one that they gave us in the product documentation and stuff. I don't know if the guy gave me admin right.
Dimple, is it the right login?
I don't think the password or login username has any problem because I couldn't find out my password and then like for me it gives an error that your password, but for him it doesn't give an error, so it's the valid username password.
I think for them access is given by Sei.
Given by what?
Okay. Dimple, so let all of them use the same account, I think, then.
Okay, do you want me to share the same credentials of the other
Yeah,
one?
obviously.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
They may not have the required license or permission then.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would share the credentials after the call.
All right.
Yeah, and share it now itself so that he can see
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'll do it now. So,
So to see the can
I have sent a text. So it is the same for both username and password.
access the process. Will be successful. You log in.
All right. Where is that?
That's AWS.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now we can see.
You can create a dashboard.
All right.
Rerun it. You can look at the first error.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna create something like this when the service, right?
All right.
Yeah. We're gonna close that. So I'm gonna look at this one, right?
Okay. So yeah, I think. All right. And then how do you clean the cache again? I forgot where exactly you went to.
Okay, that's a configuration page.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Again, like don't change anything in this config or system configuration sheet page.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, it will crash the whole server. Just only click on the cache setting. I think it's already recorded as per current video. But anyways,
Okay.
I'm sharing you the link.
You have an interface gonna define here. It's gonna be REST interface.
Okay, fine. Anything else that you would like to know?
Uh, uh, yeah. So like the how like the problem is how you want like how exactly you want the task inputs, right? For example, if we go to this one and then we say alarm methodology, this should like is this like a field in the form you're gonna create? Is there like a label or like a test field or something that we create in the form or
Okay, that cannot be a field, right? It's
yeah?
it's more of a configure. This is a data.
Uh-huh.
Well, task inputs. So if you want to go to the next task, you need these inputs, right?
Yeah.
So before closing this task, you have to provide these inputs, and then will move to the next task, right?
Yeah.
No, this is the task input, and this is a task output.
Yeah.
So this information, whatever you provide, this would be a configuration entry. So the entire first row is you can see the headers. Headers would be the fields. Headers, whatever you see as the headers, those are the fields that you create. and whatever the information you have below would be the configuration entries. Okay, so what with this configuration data, what you can do is if somebody submits a request, that request will take up this configuration entry, and then it populates the request with this details.
Oh, okay.
So this,
Okay.
you will read the data from here, you will show it on the request. Okay, this is your current task, these are the inputs for your current task, and the expected, these are the output requests. I mean, these are the details of the output from this task. So this information you will populate. When the person works on this task, he will validate, he will provide all the outputs, so that you can go to the next task, next level of this task, right?
Okay.
It will go to the next step. Based on this configuration, you read this configuration, and you will move the front-end workflow of the request in this direction.
So is the configuration already given to us, or we have to create it?
So now you need to create the configuration form. These headers, you have to create a form, and you have to configure these details. The way each record is created, now you have to create few all these entries in the configuration form. So then you will have how a request should route to. So now, based on this information, when a request is submitted, then in the request you will have your current task. So based on current task activity, for example, 10. So based on this activity task 10, and the workflow, you have different workflows, right? What is the process name? So when I say workflow, what is the process, alarm process 1 or whatever process name, whatever, based on the process name, you go to the configuration form. If the current task is 10, what is the task input, task output? So you get these details and put it on the request, so that when the person is working on the task, you will come to know, okay, these are the inputs and these are the output I need to provide.
Okay.
When he provides and when he submits, okay, he saves the request, then what you should do, again, you come to this configuration form and identify, this is the current task number where I am in, for example, 10. So I'll find out what is the next task I should move on to. If I'm on the current task 10, if I provided these details, and then I move on to the task number 20, right? Which is the second task. So then you will move this request to task number 20. Then the next task will show up, right? So based on this configuration data and the alarm process name, then your request have to route it.
Okay. Okay. And then this, like the task performed by, we create that. Those are like basically the permissions, right? You remember how you set permissions on the form? So basically, the task performed by service owner is we have to create like a permission and the service owner basically.
Permission that's related to application. If within the application, if you want this workflow to be accessible to everyone, so all your workflow you have to give a public permission, which means everyone can access this public your workflow. Either your form, every object can give we can give a permissions to each and every object. So if you give a public permission, the workflow will start triggering for everyone.
Okay, so we shouldn't worry about like the service owner, like the task performed by stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because we should make everything public.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now tasks performed by. So this is about whatever service one are you are referring. So I would say, see, all these things may not be implemented in a shorter period of time.
Okay.
So I suggest you just whatever the best you can perform, just try to implement it. Okay.
Okay.
So now at least start concentrating on moving the task from one task to the next task. So you perform these configurations based on this. when a request is submitted, you route it to one configuration to the other. Then accordingly, you can go to the next level of who can perform the tasks. Okay. So if
Okay.
you have an end-to-end design, that is a good one. But so based on your time and everything, you align accordingly. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Anybody have
So,
any questions?
You want to export, run that as export. Okay. Was generated on file.
fine.
Parisa, anybody has any questions? Or
Yeah, I mean, I have to go try it on my own. Like for now, I don't have any question.
okay. I don't have any questions either. So
Okay. Perfect then. Thank you all. So.
okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.